Yeah, I mean, I think that the verdict generally was very positive. Obviously, coming away with a victory was, very important for them, particularly given the way they played the game. They dominated the game and they were much the better team. There's a feeling, if anything, that they probably should have won by more. In France, it was. I want to say disappointment, but I think there was more expected of Real Madrid in terms of their performance in Paris. I think there was a feeling that there's more to come from Carlo Ancelotti's side, and I think there was a bit of a surprise in terms of just how negative that Real Madrid were, because PSG are a team that can be attacked, and Real Madrid didn't really ever show that sort of an intent to go and try and score goals against them. So I mean, PSG are content with their lead, but there's certainly a feeling that Real Madrid are still a dangerous team. I think going into the second leg, PSG are in just about an ideal situation because they're a team that work best, they attack best in transition and in counter attacks, and having this lead, Real Madrid are at some point on Wednesday night going to have to attack them, and that means that there's going to be space for the likes of Messi and Neymar to work in. Hopefully from a Parisian point of view, Kylian Mbappe is fit as well, because obviously he's such an immense threat on the break. So it's well set up for them, and I think PSG are feeling quietly confident, although so much of this really hangs on whether Mbappe is fit enough to play, and certainly to play to his full capacity too. Yeah, so it kind of broke on Monday afternoon sort of time in French time, that Mbappe had been injured in training. Initially, the prognosis was really bad. It basically said that he wasn't going to be fit for this game. Since then, it's quickly emerged that the injury isn't as serious as it was worried to be initially. So it's looking probably better than 50-50 that Mbappe will play for PSG, which is a major boost for them. And in terms of his long-term future, there's certainly not resignation in France. I think certainly the Spanish press have been a lot more bullish about the prospect of Mbappe going to Real Madrid than in France. I mean, I think the odds are still stacked for Mbappe to go to Madrid in the summer. But at the same time, there's certainly a feeling in France that PSG have still got a card to play in this race, and there's no guarantee that Mbappe will be going to Madrid. Although there is a sense that there's a better than 50-50 chance that will happen. Obviously, a lot's made of Paris Saint-Germain's front three, but Verratti's the absolute heartbeat of the team in the middle of the park. Anybody who watched the first leg will have appreciated just how well he can control a game. There's a little bit of criticism, I suppose, that he perhaps doesn't do as much as he could going forward in terms of assists, and particularly in terms of goals. Although he's kind of eradicated that a little bit in recent months. He's been a little bit more forward thinking under Mauricio Pochettino. However, his strengths are his tenacity in the midfield, and obviously his technical abilities. I mean, he's a player who can control the ball in seemingly no space at all, and to be able to have a player like that for PSG, who at times have been a team who have lost possession too easily and shown a little bit of naivety, to have a player who's willing to take in the ball under any situation and who can keep the ball under any situation, it really adds a sort of level of calm to their team that's absolutely required in European football. Obviously, PSG are a team that are aiming to win the Champions League, but in terms of a sort of minimum goal, it's difficult to say. I mean, for Pochettino, the minimum goal probably has to be to win the Champions League this year, because there's so much expectation on the club. Obviously, PSG are running away with the league, but they've been under a lot of fire and under a lot of criticism because they've lacked style. They've won a lot of games late. They've not been particularly convincing. For the players they've got, they've not been particularly flamboyant. They've relied heavily on Mbappe. So there's so much stacked on this Champions League campaign for Pochettino. It may be that he goes regardless at the end of the season, but I think he has to win the Champions League or get very, very close to have a viable shot of keeping his job, I think.